We discussed about geography lesson 1. What is the name of the lesson? Yes, very good. Lithosphere 1, endogenetic processes. Now today we discuss about 1.4, geomorphic processes. Okay. The forces that act from the Earth's interior towards the Earth's surface are called internal processes or endogenetic process. Okay, the internal processes is otherwise called as endogenetic processes. Internal processes means the forces that act from the Earth's interior towards the Earth's surface. Okay, these forces build the landscapes and to create topographic relief. Okay, the forces that act on the surface of the earth due to the natural agents like running water, glaciers, wind, waves, etc. are called external processes or exogenetic processes. Okay, these external processes tear the landscape down into relatively low elevated plains and shapes the landforms created by the endogenetic process. Okay, what is the called internal process? Okay, internal process means the inside of the earth. Okay, that activities are incurred, that is called internal processes. The internal process of the earth to generate heat and eject materials from deep below the earth crust. Okay, internal radioactivity is the principal sources of power for this process. Okay, next we go to plate tectonics. Plate tectonics means the lithosphere is divided into a number of huge slabs of rocks called tectonic plates. Okay, the sphere of the earth, how many spheres? Lithosphere, hydrosphere, biosphere and atmosphere. Okay, the plate tectonics means it is in the lithosphere. Okay, the lithosphere is divided into number of huge slabs of rocks. Okay, the little bit of the rock slabs. Okay, that is called the tectonic plates. Okay, the tectonic plates are divided into two types. One is major tectonic plates, another one is minor tectonic plates. Okay, these plates float independently over the mantle. Okay, mantle, where is the mantle? Yes, the three layers of the earth interior part. The mantle is the middle part. Okay, first one crust. Next, the below the crust part is called mantle. Okay, the plates float independently over the mantle. Okay, the mantle அப்படிங்கல the tectonic plates are float. The collision of these plates produced mountain ranges and other irregular surface features both on land and the ozone floor. This phenomenon is called plate tectonics. Okay, the movement of tectonic plates is due to thermal energy from the mantle. Okay, now we have a better understanding about the plate movements and its relation to earthquake and volcanic activities. Okay. Next, the types of plate boundaries. First of all, we see the convergent boundary. Okay. What is the meaning of convergent boundaries? Here the plates move towards each other and sometimes a plate sinks under another. Okay. The plates float the magma. Okay. The location where the sinking of a plate occurs is called subduction zones. Example, Fold Mountain in Himalaya. Okay. Now see the picture. Convergent plate boundaries. The one plate sinks the sinks under the another plate. Okay, that area is called subduction zone. Okay, the next type is divergent boundaries. Okay, divergent boundaries means here the plates pull away from each other as magma pushes up from the mantle. Okay, then the plates divided into two parts. In that case, the magma pushes from the mantle. Okay, example, mid-Atlantic ridge. You see the picture, divergent plate. The plate, the square shape is divided into two parts. In that case, the gap arises between two plates. In that time, the magma pushes from the mantle. Okay, that is the ridge. Next type is conservative or transform boundaries. Okay, conservative or transform boundaries. You see the picture, transform plate boundaries. Okay, here the plates slide horizontally past each other. Okay, horizontally past each other. Okay, San Andreas fault. Okay, example, San Andreas fault. Next, movements of continental plates. Okay, due to lateral compressibility forces, the plates are forced to move upward and downwards. The plates forced to move upward and downwards. This is called folding. Okay, mountains formed by folding are called fold mountains. Okay, the process of fold creating lovely mountain ranges such as Himalayan and the Alps. Okay, the Himalayan is otherwise called as young fold mountains. Okay, according to the plate tectonics, the plates are in constant motion with an average rate of few centimeters per year. Okay, the tectonic plates are in constant motion within a average rate of few centimeters move. Okay, the movement might seem slow, but over million of years the plates and the continents riding on them move a long way, very long distance the plate riding. Okay, for example, about 250 million years ago, the Indian plate was a part of Gondwana land, okay, which comprised of modern Africa, Australia, Antarctica and South America. Okay, now you see the picture. Okay, plate boundaries and associated features. Okay, convergent plate boundaries, trenches, transform plate boundaries, divergent plate boundaries. Okay, rift zones. You saw the picture. Okay, all other things is in the picture. Okay, next the tectonic plates movement. Okay, first one you see the picture. Okay, Bangia. Okay, Permian. Yeah, before 250 million years ago, the landmass area are joined one together. Okay, the landmass area around the water. Okay, the next thing, Triassic. 200 million years ago, the plates, the tectonic plates move some distance. Okay, you see the first and a second picture. The next one is Jurassic. Okay, Jurassic means 145 million years ago. The tectonic plates move a very little long distance. Okay, the next one is Cretaceous, 65 million years ago. This is a gap between a long distance. Okay, now presents the countries. Okay, is the Australia, Africa, India, North America and South America are going to the some difference. Okay, this is the tectonic plates movement. Okay, next we see the approximately 140 million years ago the Indian plate break away from the ancient supercontinent Gondwana. Before 140 millions ago, the Indian plate is in the Gondwana. After that, broke away from the ancient supercontinent Gondwana and began moving north side and collaborated with Asia and joined with Asia. The collision with the Eurasian plate along the boundary between India and Nepal formed the orogenic belt that creates the Tibetan Plateau and the mighty Himalayan mountains. Okay, the highest mountain is called a Tibetan Plateau. Okay, next you see the a few mountains list. You draw the world map. Okay, with the help of world map or with the help of atlas. Okay, you identify the location of the mountains with the help of atlas. What are the mountains of there? Ural mountains, Andes mountains, Vindhya range, Alps mountains, Satpura range, Rocky mountains. Next, Sierra Nevada. Okay, wow. These are the mountains very situated in the world. You have identified the location with the help of atlas. Okay. Next heading is earthquake. Next heading is earthquake. Okay. This is the list of the mountains. You draw the map. Okay. Earthquake. What is the meaning of earthquake? Earthquakes are generally caused by the sudden vibration in the earth crust. Sudden vibration in the earth crust which spreads outward in all directions as waves from the source of disturbance. Okay. The point of origin of the earth is called focus. The focus is otherwise called hypocenter. Okay, which generate a series of elastic waves. Epicenter is a point of the earth surface that lies directly above the focus. Okay, the impact of the earthquake is felt the most at the epicenter. Okay, now you see the point of the epicenter earthquake. Profile of an earthquake. Okay, the center point of the red circle. Okay, that is called focus of magnitude. Okay, the focus point and the reach of the earth crust. Okay, is called, it is the length is called depth. In which place the earth crust the waves is come that place is called a epicenter. Okay, next seismic wave. Okay, earthquake generate seismic waves. Okay, seismic waves the nature force and speed upon the medium through when it passes. Okay, it is divided into three major types based on nature force speed of the seismic waves. Okay, the seismic waves were divided into three major types. What are they? Primary or P waves, secondary or S waves, surface waves or L waves. Okay, you see one by one. First of all, primary waves or P waves. Okay, the P waves are the faster of all the earthquake waves. at the first to reach the epicenter. Epicenter means earth crust point. Okay. These waves pass through solid, liquids and gases, either through fusses or full, with an average velocity of 5.3 km per second to 10.6 km per second. Okay. Next of all, the earthquake we have measured the Richter scale. Okay. Richter scale. The Richter scale is decibel. C of Richter devised a scale to measure the magnitude of the earthquakes. This scale relates to the energy released at the epicenter and provides an estimation of severity of the earthquake. It is an open-ended scale. Okay, the highest magnitude ever record is 9.5 Richter scale, where it is uh, held means in bio place in Chile in 1960. Okay. Next, the secondary are S waves. Okay. The secondary waves or S waves travel only through solids. The transverse waves shake the ground perpendicular to the direction in which they propagate. The average velocity of these waves is 1 kilometer per second to 8 kilometer per second. Okay. The surface waves are L waves. It is similar to the P waves, but they travel primarily along the ground surface. These waves travel comparatively the P waves and secondary waves. It is traveled slower and are the most destructive waves compared to the primary waves and secondary waves. Okay. L waves average velocity of this 1 kilometer per second to 5 kilometer per second. Okay. The instruments which record the earthquake waves is seismograph or seismometer. The science that deal with the earthquakes is called seismology. Okay. The next topic is tsunami. Do you know the tsunami? Yes. The word tsunami is a Japanese term meaning harbor waves. It's adapted to describe large seismically generated sea waves caused by the earthquakes. Okay. Submarine explosion and landslides. These waves travel at a great speed, more than 500 km per hour. The length of the waves exceed 600 km. Okay. The waves reach the height of more than 15 meter near the seashore and are capable of causing destruction along the coastal area. The 2004 Indian Ocean earthquake that caused tsunami is the sixth deadliest natural disaster, which traveled at a speed of 600 km per hour with an estimated death toll of 280,000. The earthquake, which occurred near Indonesia at 0.58 hours, took nearly 7 hours to reach Chennai. Okay. Next, do you know? On 26th December 2004, tsunami occurred in the Indian Ocean. It was a result of the Indo-Australian plate subducing below the Eurasian plate. Subduction means that the plates subduction from the another plate. Okay, that is the subduction plate, the convergent boundaries. Okay, it was caused by an earthquake measuring a magnitude of above 9 in the Richter scale. The earthquake caused the sea floor to uplift, displacing the sea water above. Okay, the today class is over now. We see the next class, Valgonas. Okay, the last topic of this lesson, Valgonas. We see next class. Thank you, children. The lesson presented by Rajamani, Sri Vidya Bharati Metric Higher Secondary School, Chakrampalayam. Thank you, students. Thank you, one and all.